Dry manicure and nail prep gone wrong. Watch to witness the shocking ordeal this lady endured during what was supposed to be a simple nail appointment.
This client went to the beauty salon to do her electric file manicure, and when nail technician started working, she realized that something is wrong because it felt very uncomfortable and she could feel heat and vibration. Then she looked at her hand and realized that her nails are about to get ruined. In this video, we are going to analyze what exactly was done wrong, and most importantly, what should we do when the nail plates were already damaged due to improper dry electric file manicure, and how to fix this. Coming up.
Hello guys, this is Anastasia and this is the client's hand. We can see these so-called rings of fire, these red lines near the cuticles, and according to the distance from the cuticle, it's been at least 1 month, a little more than that, since she did that service. So the most important question is, can we do extensions or overlays to the nails like this? Yes, we can, but there are few nuances and I'm going to share them later in this video. Another question is, how do we fix that? When the nail plate is physically damaged, like in this case it is overfiled, unfortunately the only way to fix it is just to wait until it grows. But luckily it's not that deeply damaged or overfiled, and we can wait until it grows with the product on top. And yes, we can even do dry manicure, but we need to do it with caution and carefully. I'm not going to touch or file this area that is already overfiled even more. I'm just gently working around this part. I truly admire the way this lady handled the situation in the salon. To me, this is so intelligent. So they were doing manicure on one hand and she said she was feeling burning sensations, but not that much. But once they finished the first hand, she decided to take a look and realized that nails on this hand are already overfiled. So she got really worried if they're going to do the same on the opposite hand, and she said, "I'm so sorry, but I'm not sure that we can continue the service." She didn't start a scandal or anything. She just said, "I'm sorry, but I'm afraid this service will not work for me," and left. Meanwhile, I pushed back her cuticles with electric nail file and diamond flame-shaped bit, and then I take off the surface shine with 180 grit buffer, and I do it gently to not overfile this part even more, and then I'm going to trim the cuticles and aponique with manicure scissors. Honestly, I'm not sure what is the right way to act in a situation like this, so I would love to hear your thoughts. How do you think a person should act when something like this happens? Because most of the time we will not even realize that something is wrong. You know, some people might have no idea what the manicure service or nail prep should feel like, and they may think that it's totally fine if they feel a little burns and just deal with it. So in my opinion, she did the right thing. Meanwhile, I'm finished with the prep, I fit the form, then I apply dehydrator and non-acid primer. We decided to do acrylic extensions. Her favorite shape is almond, so we are going to do almond nails with a light green color. But when you decided to use a color acrylic powder, you always need to start with a clear. First of all, they may decide to have a different color next time. So it's nice if you already have a transparent base. And also clear acrylic is the best one in terms of adhesion. So I always start with the clear first. I know you may not see some details because I'm working with transparent acrylic now on the form, and yes, as I'm working on it, it's also not that easy for me to see it, but once we're done with this one and continue with the color, it will get easier. Do not forget to apply some clear near the cuticle too. We decided to use a light green flakes near the cuticle because in my opinion they will perfectly match with the color I selected for her, so I placed them using clear acrylic. And now we're going to do an ombre. I will be using a pastel light green acrylic. To do that, apply it on the free edge first and then blend towards the cuticle. The goal is to do an ombre and of course to hide the natural nail, so once it grows longer we will not be able to see it through. I just realized it's been a while since I worked with acrylic and I missed this wonderful smell so much. It feels so good using this monomer again. I'm sure that people who love working with acrylic and are not allergic to it will understand me at this point. Once I blend the color and I like the way it looks, it's time to finish up building this nail. So I added a little bit of nude to make this fade look even better, and then I'm going to slightly seal it with a clear acrylic. Even though I used some color and I used some glitter, technically this nail is still mostly built of clear acrylic, so we just used the color for the design, and I think this is the right thing to do. Most times it's actually easier to handle clear acrylic compared to any colored ones because they usually set slower. Then we take off the form and slightly pinch the nail. This is what the nails look like after product application. Now we only need to slightly file and shape them, and I decided to use a carbide bead with green abrasive mark to do that. Is it okay and safe for these nails to apply the product and do extensions right on top of the damaged nails? So as you've seen, they were not that badly damaged, luckily, but we still need to be aware because this overfiled part was near the cuticle, and over time it is going to grow further. So once it reaches the middle part of the nail bed where the stress area is, we need to be careful and make sure that there will be no cracks on the sides of the nail. So it's super important to do infill not later than 3 weeks after this appointment. However, if her nails would have been damaged even more to the point that it's not possible to file or touch them, they're super sensitive, they're burning, in this case, I will definitely not recommend to do any kind of extensions and maybe even not overlay. Just wait until the nail plate will fully renew, and normally it takes 3 to 4 months. Because this is how it works. We have dorsal layer of cells on top of our nail plate, and this is the one that's adhering to the product. But once it's damaged or completely gone, there's nothing to adhere to, so the product is still not going to last even if we apply it. So do not apply product on badly damaged nails. Meanwhile, I'm almost done with filing and shaping. By the way, it usually doesn't take me longer than 10 minutes because, as you can see, there is not that much to file, and also I use e-file, which makes it faster. By the way, if you would like to learn how to apply acrylic like this, I have an online course, Nail Sculpting for Beginners. I will leave the link in the description box so you can join it. Then we sealed it with a top coat and decided that the nails look nice, but something is missing. And then I realized that I have these pretty light green rhinestones that I haven't used much, and they will be a perfect fit for this set, alongside with the silver caviar beads. So we added them to the couple of nails because I think adding them to every single nail will be probably too much because we already have glitter underneath. But when we have only 2 nails with the crystals like this, it looks just right. Since we already applied the glossy top coat, we do not need to apply anything else on top, but I sometimes apply the glossy top coat around the crystals as well to secure them better. This is the final look. Let me know what you think about this design and the transformation. I noticed that at least 76% of my viewers are watching my channel without the subscription, so it would mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!